I'm the managing partner, general partner of a company called Lumber Street Ventures. It's a venture capital firm in Menlo Park, California. We invest in US companies, preferably if they are located in the Valley, but in the US is okay. Targeting US market, that is very important. And we are a VC firm, so we started doing that in 2017. This is our second fund. And since the beginning of the year, we made 17 investments. And that's it. We look for hungry people that want to go big. It depends from accelerator to accelerator. So they normally take from 1 minute to maximum 5 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah, if you can be clear in a short amount of time, it's a lot better. So if you can give me your pitch in 1-2 minutes, it's a lot better for me. The founders, of course. We invest in pre-seed, seed, and Series A companies, so we invest in people. We have a few metrics, most of the time astonishing metrics, but very few, very young. So there's no books that we can check. There's no financial due diligence and stuff like that. You have a few numbers, you know how fast they're growing, you know how fast they're making money, because making money is very important as soon as possible, not just because you want to be self-sustainable in a short amount of time. That's not the goal. The goal is to prove that you can make money with what you're doing. And so making money is important. Having a business strategy, testing your business strategy or sales strategy on the market directly, and see if people want to buy what you do.
Hi, my name is Nicolo. I'm the founder of Rifo. Rifo is a circular brand that was born in Italy 3 years ago to solve two main problems existing in the textile industry, which are overproduction and overconsumption. Overproduction, we produce more than what people buy, and overconsumption, people might buy more than what they need. So actually, there is a lot of stock of clothes that people don't wear anymore. So we collect this stock and we give it a new value, transforming it into a yarn and then into a new garment like this t-shirt. We both sell our products online and offline, online to our e-commerce and offline to like a distribution channel composed by more than 170 shops, including Zalando, Yoox, and other big platforms. We are growing a lot and we are expecting to double our revenues this year, overcoming 1.5 million. Thank you very much.
Well, I must say, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So I understood what they do in a very few seconds, okay? I understood they're growing, but they're not telling me how fast they're growing. They're not telling me how big is this market. They're not telling me who are the founders, okay? In 5 seconds, no more. So in some way, it was a good one because it was a short pitch, and I could understand what they're doing. For example, telling me that you're doubling your revenues year after year, it's interesting, but it's not enough for me. I want to know week over week or month over month if you have the data. For example, he told me probably too much about what they're doing because I got it. I got a business. I understood the business in a few words, there was time to tell me something more about the numbers in 5 seconds, no more. I mean, you can tell me we launched on, I don't know, January 2021, and since then we are growing, I don't know, 7% week over week. And I want to know when you launched the company, because if you're on the market since, I don't know, 2018, it's important to me to understand that you reached these numbers, I mean, in 3 years. The audio was not good enough, probably, okay, but just because probably the environment, or they don't have a proper microphone, or they're registering. Most of the pitches are registered through their Mac or iPhone devices, so it's okay. It's okay. You don't need to be professional. Giving your pitch in your environment, it's okay, but it must be quiet, and probably if you have problem with the mic, you have to be closer to the camera.
Hi, my name is Emily Herman and I'm from South Jersey. As an active person, I know how difficult it can be to easily find different ways to stay fit with my busy school schedule. I have an idea for an app that will connect users to nearby fitness facilities and classes. The user can connect their location services to the app so that suggested classes are as close as possible. They can filter their interests for what types of class they want to take, like kickboxing, yoga, and cycling. The app can help all exercise fanatics find fitness opportunities, whether or not they're close to home or traveling.
It's probably the best pitch right now. So it's less than a minute. It's, of course, pre-product in this case.
Okay.
So you don't have numbers. It's very young. She's very young. So it's important. She's trying to address a problem that she has right now, solving something that is a pain, probably for her, multiple other students. I suppose she was in a dorm room or something like that. And it was short, clear, just a few images and a few words about what she wants to do. Of course, it's in this case, let me say, for a venture capital firm, it's too early probably to invest. But if she can deliver what she promised, and she can get more data and release a product on the market and get traction, it's a good one. I don't mind about ideas. I mind about people, their goal, their passion, their pain, their attitude, and most of all, but it's very hard to understand in a minute, their perseverance, the quality that we admire more. You need to make sure that you want to do what you're building for the next 10 plus years, and giving any resources that you have. All the resources that you have, and I insist on that, for at least the first 5, 6, 7 years. There's nothing else. Night and day, weekend included, Christmas, Easter. There's no Christmas, there's no Easter probably in this case. And after that, it's not changing that much. Because if you want to build a great company, it's very, very important that you never feel yourself accomplished and satisfied. Recently, I interviewed Marco Palladino, the founder of Kong, one of the founders of Kong, and he told me, for us, their company is a company that was born in 2010. Now it's more than $1 billion company. So, and he told me, we are just at the very beginning. Augusto and I, we know that it's like day one. Because we want to build a $1 trillion company. So what's $1 billion? You have to convince me that you will do it,
Ok,
whatever it takes. And
molto bene.
that's your obsession.
You know, VC pitch is the most important thing for startup in raising money. Elevator pitch is the most effective until now. We will do a subway pitch. Every 25 workers is a millionaire. Check it out.
It's something interesting, not as a pitch. It's like more something you want to use for your marketing and stuff like that. What's important in this is not a pitch for me. It's just a video of the company that wants to make it viral or something like that. But the important thing is that you need to be shameless if you want to be a founder. That's why it's not important how you dress, if you wash, what you eat, if you sleep. It's not important. The important thing is that you can make me feel that you're on a journey, and this journey may include something like this. Okay, you don't want to give up. You want to keep going, whatever it takes. You decided there's no way to fail. Okay, so you don't raise money in a subway like these guys, but it's something that makes me feel that you're shameless. And you can do whatever you want. You have to make it happen. So most of Jobs said once that most of the people don't even try, don't even ask, don't make calls, don't meet people, don't get out of the office, don't try to make anything that the establishment is telling you that you can't make. A startup is exactly the opposite. In my experience, products change at least a couple of times during the life cycle of a company. So most of the time, radically. We have multiple companies in our portfolio that pivoted along the way. But that's not worrying me. I know it's part of the journey. It's normal. You have an idea, you build a product, you release it to the market, and then you find that product has not the product market fit. And so maybe some people want to use it and buy it, but not that many. And you don't need just to make something that people want. You need to make something that a lot of people want. So sometimes you get to a point when you have, you sold your product online, you sold your service, but not enough people want to buy it. You need to be yourself.
Yeah.
You are the company.
Yeah.
So and the company is what you are.
Yes.
It's just a flavor of what you are. But there's no distinction. They're meshed up. Your product will change. Okay, so I know that I'm investing in a specific product, and I want to see that you're doing everything you can to make it succeed. That's, of course, is not that you can change a product every 2 minutes. Okay, you need to do what you need to do to make it a massively successful product. But you experiment. When you make a startup, you use the capital to make experiments, small experiments, gather results, and use those results to make the next step. And sometimes is a step forward, sometimes it's a step backward, sometimes is a halt, it's a stop, and you change direction. But you make experiments. That is why it's important not to invest too much at the very beginning on your big idea, because it's the idea that you will go through for the next 25 years. That's bullshit. You need to prove it. Nobody knows that. Most of the time you're on something that didn't exist the day before, that there's no market, there's no real market if you're not a follower. So you need to prove it. And I'm interested in data that prove it and facts that prove it, what you're building. It's the right thing.